Hello guys and girls, children of all ages, issues for tissues. We got the big old desoldering pump, the S-993A, 100 watt, no pumpage. It makes the noise of the pumping, but no pumping actions going on. I was going to show you on the dim bulb, but with the heater running and that, it just goes rah, rah. And pull the filter out. The filter is pretty nasty, but it still doesn't matter. It doesn't want to do anything. So, obviously got something going on inside. So, we're going to pull it apart. This thing's getting testy to me, though. I'll tell you what, testing the patience. I just changed, like a couple weeks ago, I just changed the heater element, and I said in that video I was gonna pull this apart. Actually, if you can see here, I've just about freaking hammered the crap out of it, and I'm ruining my nice cutting straight edge trying to pound this apart here, and it just doesn't want to come apart. You can see that there. There's 3 holes there. I drilled them out. They're like riveted. It wasn't riveted, it was like pinched. It was like punched, like just to hold it. But man, it's, I don't know what's going on there. I got it moving just a little bit, but I'm almost certain that it's not from the top here. That little freaking, it's just holding that rinky dinky pin on. But by the time I get it apart, it's going to be destroyed. But if not, I would definitely show what's going on, why it failed. But I figured I was going to end up ruining that and some other stuff I had, more than likely. So, focus on this first. Why I got no pumpage. The pump is working, like I said. I just got nobody home as far as no suck. No suck. You suck. You suck. No suck. So, we'll try to figure out what's going on here. So, I don't know, this is starting to test my patience a little bit. This thing, I'm getting really tested, put it that way. You haven't had the thing or used it all that much. I mean, you can tell it's got wear on it. You use it. It's done a lot of desoldering, but I mean, what the frick? For almost $100, you expect, I guess, a little bit more substance. Sucks when shit breaks down, you know what I mean? And then he kind of tells you made the wrong decision and should have maybe spent more. Get something going here so I can get this thing apart. I don't remember it coming apart so damn hard. There's gotta be. It's just that one. Huh. Something's up here. Shouldn't come apart this hard. I know the front unit here, it can stick. It sticks to one of these, and just stays right with it. You don't even have to take. If I remember right, you don't even have to take them screws out. But we'll find out real fast. It's gonna be real quick and short, hopefully, because about done. Done for the day. Had enough. Waving the white flag. It's already set up over there in the corner. I'm just going to pull it out and wave it. Not going to fret much more for today. Yeah, I didn't think I needed these. Tighten them back up. You get to watch me fight with the rest of this thing. These things always seem to get loose after it gets real hot a couple times. I like to tighten them when it is hot. That way they're nice and they don't ever come loose then. Because if you've seen my other desoldering, I like to work it around the pin. That way I figure I'm getting contact on all sides of the pin, because even if you pull the solder and you got the pin sitting up against the side of the hole, it still seems to have itself welded up against the hole like that until you, that's why I figure working it around, maybe I'll pull it loose. If not, usually a little pop with the screwdriver or that will pop the pin free. But if you got a whole IC and each one of them leads is sticking like that, man, it sure makes it tough getting them out. So, oh yeah. Yeah. So, let's see what we got going here. Why is this so freaking ridiculous? It's crazy. Should not be this hard. It's like it's freaking getting, something's holding it, like right there, and there's nothing there. Very strange. Very frippin' strange. So, that's tight. Why is that so tight? See that kicking back? There it goes. Oh, I wonder if there's crap in there or something. That piece is good and clean. Yeah, I shouldn't even have had to mess with that. I didn't think so, but the way it was fighting me, I didn't know what the hell's going on. Getting ready to put on the boxing gloves with the damn thing. Get there it goes. So, hope you guys had a good week. It's just been a real peach over here. This side of the universe. Just a real fucking gem. Put it that way. Tell how good it was. I don't swear too much, but yeah, I drop a big one like that, you know, to get the emphasis across. Well, I'll get some power hooked up to see what the hell's going on with this thing. Why it ain't pumping. I mean, there ain't really a lot to it. It's the motor, and then it's the whole pump right here. The pump's right there. So, I don't know if this needs to be... I think I want to pull this right out and clean it if I can. I mean, that seems way too tight. There's shit in there. Oh, we'll pull the top off. Pop the top. Boy, it does. Frickin' Brewski does sound good right about now. I forgot to check. I don't even know if this thing's on. Hello. You know, I worry that you can see how it does suck the heat through here. And man, I can already tell that that's going to be an issue down the road. Is it's going to cook this, feels like mostly rubber, plasticized silicone probably. Whatever it is. I can tell that that's not going to be liking it. All the heat, it's going to dry out. I wonder if that's why we got oil in here. I don't really see anything as far as grunge. Oh, come here. Got something I just used that'll work good for cleaning it. Just sucking it out. I don't know about you guys, I buy these things. I got like a pack of 3 of them and they got the thing out to here. I chop every one of them off because they're always in the way. That's all I want to do is stick it and pop. I don't want to freaking... Well, obviously you can tell if your thumb doesn't bend. That's straight as it gets. It don't bend. It's messed up thumb. So, yeah. Anyhow, let's see if we get any scrudge out of that. Oh, I felt that one. I wonder what the heck kind of oil or anything they use in these. I wonder. Sure looks like they use something though. But I hope I get it back working. It was, like I said, you could hear it pumping. It was pumping, but it wasn't doing anything or nothing going on with it. And it wasn't sounding right. It would sound right and it would pump, and then the next second it wouldn't. And it was just kind of intermittent, and then all of a sudden it just wouldn't pump anything. You know, I think I'm gonna... Huh. That solder way back in there. In there? What the hell's going on here? How am I getting solder way the hell back in there? Ooh. I don't know. I don't like shit like that floating around in my motor. I think I'm going to try one or two things. Yeah, I'm going to try this. Just a dielectric gel. Use that as something to... give it some type of lubricant. Something to maybe even help with the heat. I don't know how much you can really help with it. I like that bladder though. You know, over the years it'll wear out right there, but man, it is nice. That moves freely. Just the way that counterweight is, and it's got some torque to it for that little motor, I'll tell you. I guess it just, the way it sits in there is weird. It's the way it was acting weird, I guess. Weird to me, who knows. Okay, this one like that. And that up on top. Make sure I get this cleaned up. Let's see if I can't check down in there to see if there's any scrud. If I didn't know any better, I'd say there's a chunk of solder looking right there. That Really hard to tell though. Huh. I think huh. I think it is. I think it's coming out. Screw in there, right? So hard to tell. It's whatever's down in there, it's moving. I don't know if it's meant to be down in there, but it's definitely not the bladder. It's definitely metal looking. It's just huh. Right there. I'll have to see if it moved up in there. Gonna be like a push-pull setup. One side's gonna push, the other's gonna pull. It's gonna pull in the air, the other one's gonna push it out. Or suck it in, or whatever you want to call it. It's a suck. Me sucky. That's yep. Looks about the same to me, so put it back together. Oh yeah, you can definitely feel it once you cover both of them. She don't want to move. Oh, it could even have been just that little crud down here. Was just hanging this flap up. Just enough that it wouldn't let it suck. It was letting the air in. The baffle, I guess you could call it. And figure out which side fits down flatter. You want to see this thing here? Yeah, real fancy stuff. This side's shinier. I think this side would fit a little bit flatter. There's a round spot. Yeah, if you ever get something apart like this and you go, oh no, I don't know if it went this way or that way or any other way. There's always tells on things, and you got to really get into it and look at it, and you might have to have, something, eyepiece or something. But even this thing here, if I can bring this up to you guys and show you, see how it glares off of it, and right here you got a circle. You can tell it sat and was pressed right there, and there was a circle against it here, and then there's a little tiny circle right where that little yellow spot is, right in the dead center of this one. What the hell, that yellow thing there. And so that actually tells you, well, that's the bigger hole is here, and this was definitely down also. the way it was set up before. The bigger holes here, the tiny hole that mounts flush is right here. So if you ever run into trouble like that, that's how you can tell with things. Sometimes you can tell by wear over time, the wear marks on things. Even the oil age or whatever they got in here, what they use for grease or oil, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes you can even tell with that. This side's real greasy and oily, and this side's not. Let's see if even with screws, stuff like that too. Mechanical stuff, you can look and see where it's been rubbing. See where spots have been rubbing, and the longer it's been there, you'll find wear spots, and sometimes that'll help you. If you just overlook something, just something simple that couldn't catch you, you know. Okay, I think we're good to go. Put it back together. Let me check this. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that crap in this. I'll lose my screws. Yes, look at that. Just noticed that. Now I want to make sure that that's crap or crud or whatever, FRUD, whatever we're going to call it, and not like a seal or something. I'm pretty sure it's not. Take a look at it under this. Make sure my hose is good and clean too. Boy, it's pretty darn dirty up in there. I think I'm going to run the vacuum on this. Get this crud out of here. It actually seems like it's grease or something that over time kind of burned or solidified up a little bit. Nothing too major. Get it all scraped off. Yeah, try not to scrape it right over top of your motor too. That's dirty. You don't want all that crap going down your motor. If it, over the time of using this, if it starts to get really eaten up over here, I'll run it on a little flat piece of sandpaper or something just to smooth it out. There's nothing bit into it. It's this is just, it's like dried. It's actually just like dried up. You'd swear it's like nicotine. That's exactly what it. You were taking apart something electronic that had a lot of smoker over the years, say like an old TV or something. You can tell, and that's exactly what this looks like. Yeah, not too much crud in there, at least. So, let me run it on the vac, and I'll be right back. Run. Right, ran the vacuum on it, make sure there's nothing jammed up in there. That if you're going to do that, I do want to warn you right now, be careful sucking through this end here, that you don't suck that rubber off. In their vacuum, and then it'll be gone, and you'd be a little bit perturbed, I'd say it is. So that's something you might want to watch for if you're doing that. Let me grab a filter. I think it's due for a new fancy filter. A Filtree. Got it here, might as well put it in. The one that's in it isn't looking so hot. Then I put some dielectric gel on the on that, just as they kind of mimic what they did before, I guess. Just something there. Maybe it'll help protect it. Not sure really how much it will or not, but I don't think it hurts, and even it helps. Like I said, sucking some seriously hot air. You can see like it vent out of it sometimes when you're rolling for a bit. And maybe it'll help it stop from burning something up. I wonder if that's why they did that. If they did, I like that idea. That is a good idea. And I also thinking about shooting some into my... I don't think I'm gonna, though. I think I'm gonna keep this dry. It'll actually end up, by the time if I clean it out, when I clean the tube and everything real good, I always shoot a little graphite spray. I got it right here, I'll show you quick. Shoot graphite spray in there, and then I just tumble that around, so that's why it's coated like that. Which I like, though, because then when you clean it, it comes right out real easily with like a Q-tip or something. Q-tips work about the best for stuff like this. But that one's... The old one there, it's had better days. I'll get this one down, tucked in there. Make sure it's in the right way. It really doesn't matter, I'd have to believe. Just want to make sure it covers all the sides. Good. Poke it and fluff it. Now, as I've used this through the time, I've actually just kind of taken off like little tiny... plucked off like little layers of this as I've used it. You see it kind of gets burned up right on the front, and you'll get particulates sticking to it. And just because that's the last thing I want is them heading back anywhere near my motor or my pump. So I kind of just peel off little layers, kind of like this. I'll show you with this once I get this screwed down and get this out of my hands. Now that oh, there's the washer. Lost the washer. No, it's right there. Them are some very fine screw threads there, so you're going to want to be quite careful screwing this together. I would recommend going with a small screwdriver so you don't over torque them. And it's just lining this up. Rubber is down. Yep, and I gooped that. Then I already gooped the underside here. Try to match the holes up. Oh, that slopped in nice. I'm going to go nice and gentle here so I don't... Like I said, them are some fine threaded screws. I'll back it off. Get it to lock in. Boy, don't act like they have much thread that they grab on either. Oh, it's so hard to tell holding it and pulling it and jerking. Let's see if it... Yeah, you ain't gotta kill it tight, you know that. It's got the rubber membrane in between, so it's a little bit delicate. Okay, get this lined up. This does have sits in track, like a track back in here is what it does. I'll mark it so you guys can see it. The red here. This sits in like a rail setup that they got. You want to make sure it sets in there. Just lines up here and here. Boom, boom. You guys can see that good. See where the rail setup is. Make sure it sits in the rails there. Remember, this does kind of flop around out here. That's the way it is. Make sure that this is... Well, that's spinning a lot better than it was. The true test to be to put it together. Let's see, we got that. That's old. I want to talk to you about that, so I'll put that right there. We're good here. Want to make sure you get this membrane here also set up right, lined up and everything. And it looks like we're good to go. Put it back together. It's so weird why it came off so darn tight. I mean, that was really tight. Okay, I'm gonna double check. I thought I had them wires out of the way, but I want to double check now because something feels like it's in the way. No, that's not. These wires are clearing here. Maybe right there, but it don't look like it. Yeah, everything else looks pretty good. Get it down and on. This rubber here, sometimes you gotta fuddle with it. Fuddle. I don't know if that's even a word. I have to apologize for that. That's a horrible word. That's good there. That's good there. Again, I back the screws out first till I hear it click. Then you know it's lined up, so you're not cutting. It's plastic in the just regular threads, so you don't want to keep cutting new threads every time. You want to kind of follow the same threads that were there. Once it backs up and you feel it click, then you know you just came off of that last thread, and now you should be lined right up for it. Not all the time. Sometimes I think they get threaded a couple times. I don't know if that's from the factory or what. That's just how things are. Woo! Get one or two more down here and I'll fire it. There, bang. Bango. Don't want these falling out. Yeah, with these screws too, you shouldn't be biting right away when you're turning on it. It should go in at least a couple turns before it starts biting it all. Again, if you could actually even tell by looking at this. This is the cleaner side here. This here side. This is the dirtiest side. This is the side that was out, which would be toward the canister. And that's what I do after I use it for a while. So you can just kind of peel. It's just so shot now but just peel the layers off. It would come off almost like bread loaves. Now it's just garbage. But hopefully it works. If it works, I'll be a happy camper for the weekend. If not, I'll be all I'll be doing is figuring out why it's not working. I will get to the bottom of it one way or another. Because I tell you, that sucker is handy. That darn sucker is quite nice.